So I was born in York, Pennsylvania, which is a smaller city in Pennsylvania. I moved with my family to Northern Virginia, actually Fairfax, Virginia, when I was 13, 14, when I was going into middle school. And then I lived all kind of in and around the DC area prior to moving to Miami in 1998 with my now husband, Dan. And my first I thought a lot about this, my first interaction with art, and I would say that um, because I've told the story before that I have no art background. I actually did not go to an art museum or a gallery or an artist studio prior to meeting my husband. And when we moved into our first apartment together, he had two works of art, and we put them on the walls, and I went, "Wow, that really changes our home. It changes the space." And so that was obviously a pivotal moment for me. But going back into my childhood, I realized that a pivotal moment in just the my value for creativity and my value for people and our differences started with a project that I had in junior high, which causes me to say, boy, I've known, we all talk about we need to bring arts back into the schools. But when I started thinking about this interview and I started thinking about my answer to this question, it comes from a project that I had to do as part of an art class that I had to take, in middle school. And we had to do a photography project. Okay. And it was not limited in any way. You had to do a photography project. And I lived, as I said, in Northern Virginia at the time, and spent a lot of time with my family going to DC and going to the Smithsonian. And there are a lot of DC. And so I wanted to do a project where I photographed homeless people, um, and shared, but I wanted to, as I began to think about the project, I wanted to do more than, like, I didn't want to just photograph it because I felt that was taking advantage of the people and of their situation. So I started on a project where I went down and I just started talking with people that were homeless. And as I got to know them, then I asked if I could take their picture.
Mm.
And and so I think and who knows, these memories can sometimes be what we want to believe, and but I believe this one is real. I actually think I won some sort of contest when I was in middle school for that photography project. And the images were just stunning, because not because I took them, but because I really feel like the emotion, um, and the people came through in the work. So I would say that's probably one of the most, that's really, thinking back to my youngest years, my first memory of art.